Clods.
Great. Wow, look at that. What time did you put those on?
At about 3 o'clock.
You're gonna go on back?
Yeah.
Cool. And then what's your fuel situation?
Well, I'm just about to re-up on the charcoal so it'll run overnight.
You'll top the charcoal on it and then throw a couple logs on?
Throw a couple logs so it'll kind of go slow, low and slow.
Well, I think tomorrow's gonna be a day when I look forward to waking up.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks. I first experienced beef shoulder clod at the old Kreutz Market in Lockhart, Texas. Now, like much original Texas barbecue, the Kreutz Market was first and foremost a butcher shop and grocery store. So at the end of the week, if they had meat left over, they would smoke it, and they'd serve it with the sort of condiments you would find at a grocery store. Crackers, cheddar cheese, onions, pickled peppers. In other words, side dishes that weren't really cooked, but just that would come off the shelf. Tasting it was an absolute revelation. No barbecue sauce, no cooked condiments, just beef and groceries. This is it, folks. The biggest beef barbecue out there. Prized in Texas and virtually unknown everywhere else. Today, the secret of clod. A clod is a beef shoulder. 16 pounds of pure carnivorian pleasure. And with beef is this awesome, keep the seasoning simple. Now this rub is sometimes called a Dalmatian rub. It starts with equal parts coarse salt and freshly ground black pepper. And it's black and white, that's why it's called a Dalmatian rub. But I also like to add hot pepper flakes, which makes it a newspaper rub, black and white and red all over. Quick mix with the fingers, and then you want to season your beef clod. Be very generous with the seasonings. You got a lot of beef to flavor here. Then turn the shoulder clod over. It's heavy. And it's a shame you don't see beef shoulder clod more often, but it's usually broken down into smaller steaks and ground up into hamburger. So you'll probably need to order it specially from your butcher. To smoke this oversized beef clod, I'm using an equally oversized smoker. This is an offset barrel smoker. That means the firebox is to one side and lower than the smoke chamber. This morning, I loaded it with a couple of chimneys of lit charcoal, and then I've been feeding the fire with oak wood logs. So the logs go in like this. And this is the actual smoke chamber. This is where we're going to cook our beef shoulder clod. Couple things I want to point out: that this end of the smoke chamber, because it's closer to the fire, will be hotter than this end. So if your beef shoulder clod has a wider, bigger end, it should face the front. So place the beef shoulder clod in the center of the smoke chamber. You notice I left a thick sheath of fat on top of the beef clod. That's going to melt and baste the meat as it cooks. To monitor the cooking process, I'm using a Maverick Bluetooth barbecue thermometer. You want to insert the meat probe deep into the center of the beef. And there's a second probe that goes into the smoke chamber to advise me of the temperature. To regulate the temperature, you adjust the vents. So I'm at 250 right now. I want to be at 275. So I'll come around and open this vent on the firebox, and I'll also open the vent on the chimney. The greater the airflow, the hotter the fire, the higher the temperature. If it gets too hot, I'll close the vents. That'll cut the airflow and bring the temperature down. Cooking time, 14 to 16 hours, so you'll need to wake up early to get this bad boy ready for dinner. And I'll keep an eye on the progress on my smartphone. Meanwhile, let me show you how to make the barbecue sauce. Really easy. It starts with ketchup and cider vinegar, Dijon-style mustard, garlic powder, hot pepper flakes, and of course salt, black pepper, and 3/4 cup of your favorite beer. I'm using chocolate stout. Simply bring the sauce ingredients to a boil, whisking to mix. And what do you notice about this sauce? There are no added sweeteners. Texans like their barbecue sauce savory, not sweet. Fast forward 14 hours, 189, close enough. Remember that beef clod is going to continue to cook after it comes out of the smoker. Wow, now that's what I call barbecued beef. Take out the thermometer and you can see, look how juicy it is. Feel it's tender. Pretty awesome. So let's carve it. And the first thing I want to show you, check out that smoke ring. This is a naturally occurring chemical reaction when you expose meat to smoke. It is the red badge of honor of smoke masters everywhere. I'll cut one more slice here. So a slice of Texas toast, which is buttered, Parmesan cheesed, and grilled. And we'll spread it with this mustard beer barbecue sauce. And a couple of pickled jalapeno chilies, a couple of pickled cucumber slices, and some sweet white onion. And then the shoulder clod. And now the moment of truth. Man, that beef is so delicious. Crusty on the outside, smoky, simple seasonings, but so much flavor. It's amazing how something so simple can taste so complex, but that's the magic of wood smoke. Come on in, folks. There's plenty of beef for everybody.
Okay, Steven.
Yep, dig in.
Gosh, that looks delicious.